Millennials and Gen Zers are raking in the cash, according to recent data, but they're still unable to save. Reports show Americans 18 to 39 net worth soared by 80% from the start of 2019 to last year. That's a lot better than previous generations did financially, but those economic gains from work and investments haven't been translating into disposable income.
Yeah, and that's leaving many young adults on a so-called financial cliff. So here to tell us more about what this means and how you can ease the impact is the founder of the organized money and financial educator, Alaina Fingal. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
So what does it mean to live on a financial cliff?
So when you are living on a financial cliff, it is today's way of saying that you are living paycheck to paycheck. And unfortunately, that is the case for many young adults. They are one paycheck away from not being able to cover their bills, and it's causing a lot of financial stress.
Okay, so is this financial cliff, so to speak, lifestyle sparking all of these other financial trends, doom spending, loud budgeting, and then walk us through those?
Yes, definitely are. Financial struggles can cause mental overload, they can cause stress, they can cause anxiety, and most older Americans did not engage in difficult money conversations with their children. And those children are today's young adults, and they're handling money challenges differently. They are airing their disgruntledness on social media and their frustration. They're connecting with other young adults who are in the same position, and they're coming up with their own solutions like doom spending and loud budgeting.
Right, and can you kind of go into more about, what doom and loud budgeting means?
Yes, so doom spending is spending as a way to cope with financial stress and financial anxiety. When we lose hope around our financial situations, many times we can start spending because when we spend money, it releases dopamine in the brain and it causes us to feel better, but that's a temporary feeling. And since that feeling is temporary, we will end up in the same cycle and it will increase our anxiety and our despair. And the cycle will continue until we find a real solution. Now, a solution like loud budgeting, which is the financial strategy of sharing your financial aspirations with your family and with your friends and releasing that guilt and that shame that has been around financial conversations in the past, has helped people to be way more financially transparent. And it's a radical concept that can really help you to achieve your money goals much faster. They help you to focus on what really matters, and it helps you to have healthier conversations around money.
I'm just wondering, for the people who are living paycheck to paycheck, if you have advice or some type of strategy to get them out of that pit, because it can even cause anxiety and stress to be there.
Yes, so if you don't want to live on a financial cliff anymore, the best place to start is with a payday routine. You want to set a money date, and it's best if this date is before you get paid. Definitely the day before you get paid, and decide what you're going to do with your money before it's deposited into your account. You want to practice not letting your emotions control your money and not get into doom spending. And if you do this consistently on a consistent basis, you'll see a drastic improvement in your finances.
And do you suggest that people perhaps try to pay off any debt before they start saving and trying to get that, maybe leave the nest a little empty for a while to pay off debt?
Yeah, you want to try and do both if you definitely can, especially if you don't have an emergency fund at all, because if you try and pay off debt before you have a healthy savings account, it could increase the cycle of having an emergency and using debt to get out of that emergency. But try your best to start to save and to pay down debt in the same time, even if you decide how much you're going to set aside toward your debt and how much you're going to save every single month. Doing all of them together will help you to actually achieve your goals faster.
All right, great advice, Alaina Fingal. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.